If you're interested in an LG TV but OLED is too rich for you or you're afraid of burning, don't worry because LG has options for you. Hi, welcome to Zgadgetreview. LG has finally announced when their new mini LED TVs will be hitting the market. That is in July. If you remember back last year, towards the end of the year, they announced their mini LED QNED TVs. These are supposed to be state-of-the-art quantum dot nanocell color and mini LED backlit technology TVs. I know that's a mouthful, right? Which is why they shortened it to QNED. The TVs, like I said, will be available in July, starting in North America and making their way to other territories as the year goes on. We have the pricing and the models for those TVs. And as I said at the beginning of the video, if you're looking for something that is not an OLED or a regular LED TV, here are mini LED TVs to hopefully satisfy your TV thirst. Let's start with LG's 86-inch 8K TV, model number 86QNED QNED 99 UPA. And they say the specs on this TV is going to be backlit by approximately 30,000 LED lights arranged to create about 2,500 local dimming zones to deliver 10 times better contrast ratio than convenient LCD TVs. So the prices right now are not available yet on the LG website, but you can go to B&H and actually pre-order one of these TVs. I will include the link in the description section. So for the TV that I just mentioned, that 86-inch 8K TV, that is going to be $6,496.99. It will support HDR10, HLG, Dolby Vision, HDR support. The TV is going to have LG's A9 Gen 4 AI processor, so the highest chip that they have to offer for image processing on their TVs. It also looks like it's going to support, of course, HDMI 2.1 features, FreeSync, G-Sync, and all the goodness that a TV of this tier should support. And I have a little bit of confusion because it says that it's going to support 120 Hz refresh rates, but when you look at the images of the TVs, the ports, the HDMI ports say that it's going to support 8K at 60 Hz refresh rate. So I'm assuming that 8K is going to be 60 Hz refresh rates, and 4K is going to be 120 Hz refresh rates. All right, let's move on to the next size. The next size is going to be the same model, the LG QNED 99, but it's going to be 75 inches. And this one's going to be $4,796.99. The 75-inch version of this TV offers the same features as the 86 version of this TV. Now let's move on to the 65-inch version of this 8K mini LED TV. So the 65 version of the TV, which is the LG QNED 9965, 8K of course, is going to be $3,496.99. It is going to have the same features as the other TVs, same processor, same 120 Hz refresh rates according to this information. Again, ports in the images say 60 Hz, but it refers to 8K resolution. And then we have the cheapo version of this lineup, of this QNED lineup. These are going to be the 4K versions of the TV. And starting with the 86-inch TV is going to cost $3,996.99. The model on this one is the LG QNED 90. And is of course 4K HDR. And on this one, as you see the images, we actually have the clarification that is 4K at 120 Hz refresh rates, which is what we expect on a TV like this. So again, my assumption is that with the 8K, if you're watching something at an 8K resolution, it's going to be 60 Hz refresh rates. But if you're watching something at 4K, it's going to be 120 Hz. Now, continuing with the next size down, we have the LG QNED 90, the 75-inch version of this TV is going to be $2,996.99. Again, same information as the 86. And finally, we have that 65-inch, and that one's going to be $1,996 And that actually is a lot cheaper than I thought it would have been. If you're looking for a great TV at an affordable price, new tech, the LG QNED 90 65-inch seems to be the version to go with. The big difference between the 8K and the 4K is that 8K is going to have the upper processing chip, which is the A9 4th gen, versus the 4K TV is going to come equipped with the A7 Gen 4 chip. So there is a difference there on the processing power. The other big difference is, I think, when it comes to the gaming features. Based on LG's website, the 4K version of the TV is going to support AMD FreeSync Premium, versus the 8K does not seem like it's going to be supporting AMD FreeSync. It's going to support G-Sync. So there's that difference there as well. All right, if you've been living under a rock, I'm going to quickly go over what Mini LED is. So Mini LED is a new technology that uses, as the name says it, Mini LEDs, tiny little LEDs that allows the manufacturer of the TV to put more little light bulbs in a screen. This also allows you to have a better image, a brighter image, a more colorful image that also can match or get closer to inky blacks like an OLED TV. Of course, an LED TV is never going to match an OLED TV because different technologies. Also, OLED TVs literally turn off the light on their light bulbs every time that there isn't light going through the OLED. So there is a difference when it comes to the technology between Mini LED and OLED TV, but it's much better than a regular LED TV because of how you can set up the LEDs on the screen. So it's supposed to give you a better image and a darker picture when you need it to be darker. Also better contrast. Now, I'm surprised at the pricing of the TVs. Of course, for 8K, I was expecting them to be this expensive, but they're not outrageously expensive. I will continue to say that, in my opinion, 8K TVs are not necessary because we don't have 8K content yet. I feel that it's a little bit of a gimmick to charge more money for a TV when you're going to be seeing images that are upscale. I know there's tons of people that say that it's different and it's better and all that, but my opinion is that it is just paying more money for something that you don't really need. For a 4K TV though, Mini LED 4K TV, I think that the pricing is very, very competitive, especially the 65-inch TV. Because when you compare it to an OLED TV, and I know completely different technologies and blah, 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 but you know what? If you're in the market for a TV and you're looking and comparing, it's fair to compare prices. The processor on the 4K TV is an A7 versus an A9. Well, in the case, we'll have to go to the B1 option, and that option for 65 inches is still more expensive than the Mini LED TV 65-inch. That B1 65-inch comes out to $2,049.99, so $2,050. And if you move up the next size, which is the 77-inch, that is going to come out to $3,300. So even if you went with a Mini LED TV that is 75 inches, you are going to be saving a lot of money versus OLED, especially if you are afraid of burning, as I alluded at the beginning of the video, which in my opinion at this point isn't really something that you should be worried about. What do you think about LG's QNED lineup, their Mini LED TVs? Were you expecting the pricing to be around this? Are you surprised, disappointed? Give me your thoughts on the TVs. Give me your thoughts on Mini LED versus OLED. I'm really curious to know. That's it for me. Go ahead and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. Go ahead and hit that bell so you can be alerted every time we have new videos. And thank you very much for watching.